Namaste, children.
Namaste, sir.
Children, you have understood by now, by the end of 19th century, Indian legal profession began emerging, and Indian judges, they demanded respect in the colonial courts. Children, though India became free on 15th August 1947, it declared itself a sovereign, democratic and republic state with the adoption of the constitution on January 26, 1950. You all know this,
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now I have a question. Do you know who is the father of Indian Constitution? If you know the answer, please put up your hands. Very good. All of you know this. Can you tell me, Bhuvana, the answer?
Yes, sir. It is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar.
Very good. Very good. She has given the correct answer. He is the father of our Indian Constitution. A great person, a great man. Children, with the adoption of Constitution, it served as the foundation for the representatives to make the laws for our country. Every year, our representatives pass several laws and also revise several laws. You remember in your class 6th, you have studied Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005. What is the meaning of this? Very interesting, and it's a very important act in my opinion. Of course, in the opinion of everyone. Sons, daughters and their mothers can have an equal share in their family property. This is the essence of Hindu Succession Amendment Act. You know, till 2005, sons used to enjoy family properties and daughters, they were not given anything. But today, both sons and daughters are equal and they can have equal rights on the family property. Also, several other laws were enacted. For example, controlling the pollution. Another important example is providing employment. The question is, what makes people think to propose a new law? We have to think about this because we have lot of problems, lot of what is known as our own interpretations about the situation in our country. Accordingly, the new laws are made. Children, how do new laws come about? Let me answer. See, our parliament has an important role in making the laws. Parliament must be sensitive enough to know the problems of the people, and also it must act in such a way people suffering from certain problems will be taken care. Children, for example, domestic violence. What is domestic violence? It refers to injury or harm or threat to life created by an adult, maybe male or female. In Indian context, it is the husbands who creates lot of problems to their wives. It may be in terms of abuse, even physical violence, and so many things. At any cost, women must be protected from this domestic violence. The reason is, if the family is having a good understanding, a good relationship, then there will be no violence. So many wives have suffered under the clutches of their husbands since many years. So this was observed by people, and especially women organizations. They started protesting against this type of violence on women. Right from Himalaya down to Kanyakumari, protests were there. Everywhere protests were there. You can see in your book, page number 46, 47 and 48. Have a look. A storyboard is given where women organizations are discussing and they want some kind of relief to be given to the women. So this is the main reason why women organizations come together to fight against the atrocities committed against women. It's very bad. Women must be treated with respect. See, wherever there is a good relationship between husband and wife, naturally such a home becomes violence-free home. Let me repeat, violence-free home. This is very, very important. So as a result, Parliament passed an act that is protecting women from the Domestic Violence Act of 2005. According to this, if anyone commits any kind of atrocities on wives, they will be punished. See, the women organization, for several years they fought, and finally in 2005 the Parliament has passed this law. So this is a civil law. Its main aim is to give relief to the millions of women, including wives, mothers, daughters, sisters, who are the victims of domestic violence. This is very, very important in my opinion, yes. And also, some people say the women who have been subjected to harassment, they are addressed as victims. This is not correct, because many women, they struggle hard to survive. Therefore, we must say they are survivors and not victims. This you must understand, children. So, this Domestic Violence Act of 2005 is very, very important. And now the law is in favor of women. Children, Now I would like to explain to you about unpopular or controversial laws. What is the meaning of this? You have to understand this clearly. Sometimes it so happens the law is made, it is constitutionally valid, and therefore it is right in all directions, but still for some people it may not be good, they may not accept such a law. Whatever laws are prepared by the parliament does not mean you need not question it. You can question it. Sometimes, I will give you examples. The laws that is passed by the parliament, if it affects one group of people and favors another group of people, such a law we normally call it as controversial laws. Therefore, let me define, controversial laws are those which favors one section of the society against the other. We don't accept this. Ours is a democracy. In democracy, you have full freedom to question the laws prepared by the parliament. There is a beautiful saying. You may not be doing this, but still I will tell you and explain. In democracy, the saying is vox populi, vox Dei. Vox means voice, populi means people. Voice of the people is voice of God. That is the reason why we say vox populi, vox Dei. How you can protest? You can protest against a law through media, through television, through newspaper writing. Then procession. You can take out a procession, a huge procession. Take the people along with you. There are many ways through which you can protest. I will give you one or two examples to make you understand this. Municipal laws, for example. Municipal laws about the space available within the municipal limits. This results in what is known as hawking and vending business becomes illegal because they cannot use that. You know very well, they are also human beings, hawkers and vendors, and they are giving many things at a cheaper rate. Millions of people in huge cities are taking the help of hawkers and vendors. Suppose if you say you should not use this space, of course we know the space is needed for people to walk freely, but their life is also important, hawker's life and vendor's life. So what they will do, they can go to court of law, seek justice. This is one example. Another example would be Armed Forces Power Act. According to this act, armed forces can arrest anybody at the slightest suspicion about a person, especially in northeastern states and Jammu and Kashmir. This is not acceptable to the people who live in these states. Then one more example, Dowry Act of 498A. This has been misused to the maximum in our country. In 2012, nearly 2 lakhs people, including nearly 49,000 women were arrested for dowry offences. You all know, giving dowry or taking dowry, both are wrong. Out of these 2 lakhs people and also 49,000 women, only 15% were arrested and punished, and all others, nothing happened. This Dowry Act has been misused. You know, children, if I tell, you will really wonder. Many husbands committed suicide because of the social shame and also the money involved in this type of cases. Anybody can just complain against husband. Whether husband has really asked for dowry or not, nobody knows. Just one letter to the police department by the wife or wives, if they just send it, immediately action will be taken and the husbands will be punished. This is once again a type of controversial and also unpopular laws. So this has been misused to the core. Therefore, we have so many such examples are there, but I am giving you only these examples, unpopular and controversial laws. Therefore, we must be always vigilant. Children, you have understood that Indians and Indian judges were against the British arbitrary laws. If you look at the history of the world, in many countries, people do not like arbitrary laws. In your class 7th, you have studied, I am going to explain to you what it is. Rosa Parks, an African American, she refused to leave her seat on the bus to a white man. She was protesting against law of segregation. This happened on 1st December 1955. She said, I will not give seat to the white man. She is an African American. And finally what happened? Lot of processions, discussions, dharans, everything happened in America. They were against racial discrimination. And finally, Civil Rights Act came in America in 1964. Now this incident indicates that nobody likes wrong laws or arbitrary laws. This you will have to keep in mind. How that Rosa Parks were able to fight against such discrimination. Law of segregation. This is a very important thing all of us should think. Children, you should know, if Parliament wants to function effectively, we people must be enthusiastic to know what is happening in the Parliament. See, our responsibility is not just, electing our representatives. That is not be all and end all of democracy. We must be always vigilant and alert. Then alone our representatives will be on the track. Otherwise, they can behave according to their whims and fancies. Therefore, our responsibility as democratic citizens in India is we must be enthusiastic we must be alert, we must be vigilant. Then alone Parliament functions well and things becomes good in our country. You understand, children?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Let us summarize what all we have learnt in today's class. I am sure you all have understood the meaning of Hindu Succession Amendment Act of 2005. Also, you are able to understand domestic violence, the meaning, and the Domestic Violence Act of 2005. Also, you are able to understand unpopular and controversial laws. I have given examples, I am sure you have understood that. And also, as democratic citizens of India, what is our responsibility? We must be vigilant, we must be enthusiastic, so that our representatives will function effectively. These are the things you are able to understand. Children, I will give you a simple exercise, a kind of homework. These are the questions. What is the implication of Hindu Succession Amendment Act of 2005? That is question number 1. Question number 2, how to avoid the domestic violence? You have to just write the answer using your own words. The third question would be, what are unpopular and controversial laws? The next question is, in democracy, what are the ways and means of protesting against such unpopular and controversial laws? What is the responsibility of, this is the next question, what is the responsibility of people in India towards Parliament, towards the elected representatives? Children, hope you have enjoyed today's class. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.